She came home to find her husband lying in the driveway and immediately called 911.
But tonight, an exclusive News Channel 5 investigation raises questions about what happened next. Investigative reporter Ben Hall examines why she was put on hold and transferred.
She was transferred more than once. This happened in Williamson County last month, and we found out this happens all the time.
Yes, I have an emergency. My husband, I just came home. My husband was laying in the garage.
Margaret Redmond called for help the second she found her 62-year-old husband.
Immediately, I asked him, if he's okay, and he,
And I don't know, he's not talking right.
Hey, what's your address?
We're at 101 Seminole Drive.
Can I get that?
101 Seminole Drive, Franklin, Tennessee.
Hold on 1 second.
They live in Williamson County, near the Davidson County line. But her emergency call traveled to a cell phone tower across the county line in Davidson County.
You got Nashville. Let me transfer you to Franklin, okay?
Oh, please hurry. Please.
In the midst of the chaos, the call is transferred. Eddie Redmond is suffering from a stroke. Every second counts. Franklin City picks up.
911, what's the location of the emergency?
101 Seminole Drive in Temple Hills, Franklin, Tennessee.
Seminole?
Seminole, Seminole. We're in Temple Hills, the 3rd Street on the right in Temple Hills. Subdivision.
Okay, hang on a second, because you got the city of Franklin. You're out in the county. I'm going to transfer you over.
Oh, please hurry. This is the 3rd time.
During that time, Redmond called her daughter on a different cell phone, and the whole thing is captured on her voicemail.
I could just hear her on the phone with 911, giving her address a 3rd time, having to spell out her street name.
More than a minute after she first dialed, the call is transferred from Franklin City to Williamson County 911.
911, where's your emergency?
She gives her address and spells the street name again. An ambulance arrives 10 minutes later, but Eddie Redmond had already stopped breathing.
I'm going to let you go. Let them take over.
It's heartbreaking.
A month after his death, his wife and daughter want to keep this from happening to someone else.
I'm upset at the process. I don't know how that can be an efficient process for anyone.
How unusual is it to have a call transferred more than once?
That is a little more unusual, but it is normal.
Bill Jorgensen is director of Williamson County's Public Safety Office.
Here in Williamson County, calls are transferred every day.
Pinging at 1796 Galleria Boulevard.
He says the Redmond call was transferred among 3 departments fairly quickly.
It was 65 seconds, and I don't know if that made a difference in that patient's life or death situation.
Williamson County is now checking the cell tower in Davidson County that picked up Redmond's call to see if it's getting too many calls from Williamson County.
We will look into the cell site, make sure it's appropriately being routed.
But we discovered hundreds of cell phone calls each month in Williamson County go to the wrong 911 center. Cell calls go to the nearest cell tower. If that tower's in another county or jurisdiction, the call must be transferred.
It's challenging for the users, and it's challenging for the people receiving those calls. We could lose calls in the transfers.
Nearly 1 out of every 4 911 calls is transferred at least once in Williamson County. It's similar in other counties.
You call 911 and you expect to get help right then, not transferred and then transferred again.
If Margaret had called on a landline, the call would never have been transferred. But nowadays, many people just have cell phones.
The process is flawed and it has to be fixed. It's crazy that many calls are transferred.
85% of 911 calls in Williamson County are made on cell phones, so we'll likely see more transfers until new technology kicks in. But that's still about 2 years away.
And how will this new system work?
Well, the new system will identify the longitude and latitude of the cell phone and send the call to the appropriate dispatch center. It's called Next Generation 911. That will be a significant step forward.
Thanks, Ben.